Daylight breaks through the hospital windows, covering each piece of cloth. These yellow ribbons, a true ray of sunshine.
I'll say the whole year, last year, has been a year of paradox and a year of tensions where we have seen the beauty and the horror of what it's like to live in a global pandemic.
Walking through Victory Lane is now part of Maria Teresa Jones's daily routine.
When I walk through it in the mornings, I feel the energy of the work, you know, of this amazing human beings loving and caring and tending for human life.
Each ribbon represents the bond between COVID survivors and the Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center team who cared for them.
The work that they do is holy and it is sacred, and we have a responsibility to tend to that.
Jones often hears the private struggles that led to these visible testimonies.
What I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is the sheer exhaustion and grief of beloved colleagues in the trenches, as I say, every day. The staff has given themselves permission to depend and rely on us more and trust that we are here for them and that they matter.
Chaplains are helping frontline workers through meditation, conversations, and music, guiding them through as they deal with their own fears.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't fearful every day that I go to work, but I feel compelled.
Brooks Johnson is a chaplain at Wake Forest Baptist Health High Point Medical Center. He hasn't stopped going into patients' rooms to sit and provide a human touch. Sometimes words are not needed, and the solution is not always clear.
Honestly, Natalie, I kind of think that I don't really have a single answer. My job, truthfully, is to journey with folks.
Including respecting their choices.
They come to their own conclusion to make the decision that, I can't do this any longer. This is not how I wish to live my life. And when they remove that breathing apparatus, it's pretty profound to see them die in that moment.
That's happening before your eyes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, that has.
The grief, fears, and disappointments have not diminished since March 2020.
We are so fractured in so many ways.
If we don't have the relationships, we cannot be about the work of caring.
Chaplains are honored to be a light in the tunnel.